Yeah, definitely, definitely. All right, cool. You inspire me to take up reading again, Dušan.
Yeah, that's good. We'll start a reading club.
Let's do it, and we'll do a video review for the podcast as well.
We should, yeah.
All right, cool. You mentioned on the last one that one of your favorite books is Wallace the Science of Getting Rich, and I read that book as well. I think it's amazing for someone who personally hasn't gone into personal development. That might be interesting because a lot of people have like a negative opinion about personal development, that it's like ooey wooey stuff that doesn't work, right? That it's just salesy, and they tend to focus more on the money side first, right? So that book is actually, kind of like a great in between section of both.
Yeah.
And can be a great starter. And as you said, it's not too long, so like you can go through it fairly quickly. What are your thoughts, like on not just that book, but generally starting from the money side into the personal development?
There's actually there's something funny about the whole money. Like, first of all, I like to talk about money. I think it's a very important subject. Look, we all need it. Like, there's nothing in our life that can go without money. Like the laptop you're using, the microphone that will hang behind you, it all requires money. So it is like, but I remember like a lot of people that I was involved with in some groups that I was involved with Forex trading for a while and a few other things. And like all these people are like, okay, I need money. And then it's like, okay, tell me what book do you recommend? And everyone's talking about Robert Kiyosaki and Rich Dad Poor Dad, which again, look, it's a great book, don't get me wrong. But like what people like, they get into all these, like we call them mechanics. It's like, oh my God, read Rich Dad Poor Dad. And like what that book tells you is to invest in assets, not liabilities.
Yeah.
And yet these people read the book and then they go and they buy a brand new iPhone. No, there's nothing against buying a new phone, but again, is that an asset? Absolutely not. Nope. So again, people read the book and yet they don't do it. It's like, why I love the personal development side of things, it just kind of delves deep into why are you earning what you're earning, why you're not earning more. There's like certain things like your relationship with money. There are certain things like things you've been told about money when you were young. Like my grandma used to say, oh, it doesn't grow on trees. And I think it's a very common one. Yeah. So that's why I love the personal development approach on money. Mm-hmm. With regards, like Joe, so many people know what they need to do. It's like, oh my God, Robert Kiyosaki said, buy Bitcoin, or he said, invest in assets. And yes, so in theory, they know it, but they don't do it.
Yeah.
And then like the personal development really focuses on the other side, focus on how to do things that you know how to do. And look, I just love that book, and look, many other books on money, because it really gets you, like, again, it's all about awareness.
Yeah.
I'm all about expanding that awareness, because I know that none of these people who are so focused on that mechanics, like we always say that whatever you do, 5% is mechanics, and that's like you need to do this and that and that, but 95% is mindset, and I really believe that. And look, again, that's why I read all those books. Like the book that I read in less than an hour, that was actually Science of Getting Rich. It's like 90 something pages, I believe. So look, that's my kind of take on it. I'm just going to look. I definitely agree that you need skills, and you can't just study mindset without knowing the other side. But look, we had, like, I know people. We had a client in one of our mastermind groups, a lady who was involved in Forex trading. She had a Forex mentor for 8 years. So she knows all the skills. In those 8 years, she was down 10,000 euros. So now this lady has the skills, but she lacks mindset.
Yeah.
Where some people are so stuck on the mindset side of things, like, oh my God, I'm going to manifest this, I'm going to close my eyes and meditate, but they lack the skills. So again, look, there has to be a healthy balance between the two, but like you cannot neglect any of it. But like, again, I'd highly recommend Think and Grow Rich. Absolutely beautiful book. I think it's easy to read. Science of Getting Rich, it's easy to read. Now there's some like more advanced stuff like Thomas Trover. Now that's like a really hard, or what's his name, Neville Goddard. Like those things are really heavy. But like if you're just starting out with personal development, I think Think and Grow Rich or The Science of Getting Rich are absolutely great books to start with.
Yeah, I agree. And you said a brilliant thing there, knowing what to do and then the mindset behind it. Like I'll give you a practical example from my field, which is sales. When you boil it down, it's like talking to people, right? So you know what you have to do, right? And even company, like each company where you work in the sales, they give you like the talk track of what you have to say, and even how to say it, like emphasize this, say this more, say this less. And even then people get extremely different results. There's always like a few people that have extremely good results, and then a bunch of people that actually don't have that amazing results. And it's always interesting, like the 80-20 rule here comes into place a lot. But when you talk to these people who are the best, like they usually have a different mindset, and I noticed that usually those that are on the top, first of all, put in a lot more work, effort, and strategy behind it, where they like literally are living it, so at any point of the day or night you ask them anything about it, they live it. It's not like a strategy that they're using, it's like a part of them, right? And the second thing is they just like believe in what they're doing because they've been doing it, so for so long, and it just works. It once it becomes a part of you, it just becomes amazing. And that's usually how those salespeople who kind of invest the most get the most out of it. And I think that's just right. Once you have the mindset behind what you're doing and put in enough repetition and action behind it, you get the amazing results. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.